Coming up on the Paper Talk today, we'll be talking about Frenkie de Jong, of course, because where would we be without a Frenkie de Jong upset update. Hopefully it won't be an upset. We're also going to be talking about Lisandro Martinez. It looks like he could be heading here, and get the latest on Tyrell Malacia, who, by the time you watch this, might already be a Manchester United player. So let's check it out. JF Stretford, Paddock, this is the Paper Talk. As you can see, I'm outside Old Trafford, and it's mild, though it might look like it's about to start spitting, so make sure you've got your parkers on. It's spitting, get them in. Right, we'll get through a load of stories today. Transfer updates, the Frenkie de Jong, or Frenkie de Jong even, if I can get his name right. What's happening there, that little saga as it's becoming. Also, Lisandro Martinez and Tyrell Malacia, who we'll start with because it looks as though he could be ready to complete his move any moment now, and I'm not using days or even hours, I'm using moments. By the time you've watched this, he might have even completed his move. The latest update I had was from Fabrizio Romano, and he said that Tyrell Malacia, this was yesterday evening, had completed the first part of his United medical today and will complete the final part tomorrow. So the sort of common thinking there is that he's going to be announced today, that he should be all done and dusted, and we can move on from that one. That one wasn't really a saga, it was a little bit surprising. We got the deal done after Leon came in for him. We sort of outbid them, maybe did a little bit of sneakiness in getting in there after they put in the initial bid. He's come out of Carrington, had his medical, a pretty smooth signing, and one that you would expect to be pretty smooth because, you know, in the sort of modern era, 15 million euros for a player is pennies in it, really. So dealing with finals shouldn't have been an issue, and it hasn't been. The fee shouldn't have been an issue. The player was willing to come, so it's just a nice little quick, short deal. What we like to see, but we need to see more of them. Just on to the next one as well. Lisandro Martinez. Now, this one is a little bit more complicated. With Malacia, it was us versus Leon in terms of the transfer, and we were going to offer more than Leon were. This one with Martinez, who's from Ajax, Arsenal are in for him. Arsenal have put in, believed to be 2 bids, one around 30, one around 35, or maybe 34. United come in with one of 38. Now, it looks like that might not be enough. United may need to put another one in, but the update is, this was from Mike Verwee, I think that's how you pronounce it. Get involved in the comments and let us know how wrong I'm getting it. He said, I think this was yet again last night, or it might have been early hours this morning, Manchester United wants to complete the signing of Lisandro Martinez before Friday so that he can go on tour with them. After a long conversation with Manchester United, Ajax are now willing to cooperate with a transfer, but still want 50 million euros. So the bid will have to be increased from, I think, the 38 million pound one that Manchester United put in. We're looking at around 43 million quid, which is what Ajax want for the player. He's obviously someone that Ten Hag knows well, because he's played under him. Martinez has played under Ten Hag at Ajax. We'll have to wait and see what happens with that one. Are Arsenal going to put in another bid? Is there going to be a bidding war? From what we gather as well, there's various reports indicating that United are the front runners, that Martinez is open to moving, and there was also talk that Ajax chief Klaas Jan Huntelaar, I should know that one, shouldn't you? Travelled to London on Saturday to discuss the terms of the deal with Manchester United. So it looks like terms have been discussed. It looks like there's a bit of movement there, shall we say, and it looks like United are in the driving seat for that one, but we'll always have to wait and see what happens because nothing has been confirmed yet, though people like Mike Verwee are reliable, and it's the Mirror, I think, with Simon Mullet that we're reporting Huntelaar had been in discussions. Just on that front about us getting him into the tour, on the tour, it looks like Cristiano Ronaldo, who has asked to leave, is going to be going on the tour. The latest reports are that Ronaldo has been told by Manchester United that he must be on their pre-season tour this week. I think the club fly out on Friday, despite his desire to leave the Premier League club in the near future. If you don't know, sorry, I don't know how you don't know, but the story broke on Saturday. We sort of went live with it straight away, that Ronaldo has asked to leave Manchester United. He's unhappy with no Champions League football, so he could be out on his way out this summer if someone comes in with the right money for him. There's talk of him going to Napoli or maybe Bayern Munich. Even Chelsea are looking at him. Obviously, all those clubs have Champions League football, and that seems to be the driving force behind Cristiano Ronaldo wanting to move on. Now, shall we get... Oh, sorry, just on the Ronaldo front as well. There was a report in The Athletic that actually Ralph Rangnick wanted to sell Ronaldo in January. That was discussed with John Murtaugh and Richard Arnold, but they said, nah, we're not having it, he's staying. Now, the Ronaldo one is frustrating. I've seen a lot of people when I did the live on Saturday saying, why has he let us know now? He knew we didn't have Champions League football. at the end of the season. He could have let the manager know, he could have let the club know that he wanted to move on. It limits the amount of players we can go for. We've already seen Erling Haaland, of course, go to Manchester City. I don't think we'd have been getting Erling Haaland, even if we'd have known Cristiano Ronaldo wanted to leave months ago. There's also Darwin Núñez, who United were looking at, but weren't willing to pay the €100 million that Liverpool were willing to pay. People saying, well, maybe we would have got in harder on Darwin Núñez had we known that Cristiano Ronaldo wanted to leave a bit earlier. Again, I don't know if Manchester United have the budget to pay €100 million for a striker, even if it is to replace Cristiano Ronaldo, because the priority seems to be Frenkie de Jong. We're also looking at Lisandro Martinez, of course, Tyrell Malacia. We've been linked with Anthony. There's even talk of Danjuma coming to United, although I think that was a little bit of paper talk in all the sense of the word. So, whilst there are limited options, there are still options out there, and we'll have to sort of see who we can get in. Some people suggesting maybe Erik ten Hag's going to give Anthony Martial a chance. We've been here before, didn't have a good season last season, didn't have a good season before. Well, the season before that, he was banging in the goals, and he's still relatively young. We'll have to wait and see what happens, but it's another headache for Erik ten Hag to sort out. On the Frenkie de Jong front, now there's a little bit of intrigue here, as always, with this one. I think it was the Bayern Munich president, let's get it right, Barcelona president, Joan Laporte, was sort of insisting that Frenkie de Jong was going to stay. He said, I'm doing everything to get Frenkie de Jong to stay at Barcelona. He was saying that he was going to try and keep hold of him. However, is that really the case? It does seem a little bit odd that Manchester United have been going through all these negotiations when Frenkie de Jong's going to stay at Barcelona. The latest we heard that, and this has come from several sources, including I think Romano's had it and Marca have had it as well, is that Frenkie de Jong would have to take a substantial pay cut to stay at Barcelona. And it seems to be the case that he's not willing to do that. He's not willing to take a pay cut to stay at Barcelona, and he would have to take a bit of a big one if he was to stay at the Camp Nou. So, is he going to stay at Barcelona? It looks unlikely. Another sort of story doing the rounds is the fact that he liked a Manchester United post on Instagram. United did a post, I know these are so silly, aren't they? Wishing, I think it was wishing Ruud van Nistelrooy a happy birthday, and Frenkie de Jong liked it. So you can look into that and what you will, but the common sort of theme running through most of the stories seems to be Barcelona are just making noises, really. They're not fighting tooth and nail to keep him. They're asking him to take a pay cut on a contract that he's already got, and he's not willing to do that. So it looks like United are in the driving seat, and that deal could be happening this week as well, if United want to get him on the tour. So we could see Malacia, Martinez and Frenkie de Jong sign this week for Manchester United. I mean, we could. He's doing a bit of heavy lifting there. We might see none of them, but the main report seems to indicate that could be the case. As always, get involved in the chat and the comments. Let us know what you think about all these transfers. Are we missing a trick with any of them? Do you think that they're going to happen? Are you confident? Frenkie de Jong seems to be the main one. Are you confident that's going to get over the line? Also, Cristiano Ronaldo, what do you make of that? Can United get a replacement in for him? It looks like all the top sort of strikers in around Europe are already spoken for, but there is talk that maybe United are going to go back in for Paulo Dybala. I was reading this morning, not sure about that one. Some people were suggesting the other day Andrea Belotti, who's leaving Torino, could be an option. Let us know what you think about all those strikers and anything else you can think of. We'll be back later on with another update at 4 PM. We'll also have updates throughout the day, and if any breaking news happens, we will go live. I'm going to be quiet because I'm going to leave it there because that street sweeper's making loads of noise. I'm Motty. This has been the Paper Talk outside Old Trafford, where it is starting to spit. Thanks for watching.